was the 17th King of Rohan, and one of the last great lords of the Horse people during the Third Age. He was born in Gondor, because his father had lived for many years away from Rohan, serving the Southern Kingdom. Because of this, Théoden grew between two worlds, the ancient nobility of Gondor and the proud, hard life of the Rohirrim. When his father Dengel returned to Rohan to take the throne, Théoden came with him to the land of his ancestors, a land of wide green plains, horses, spears, wooden halls, and songs of war. In time, Théoden became a strong and honorable man, loved by his people and respected by his riders. He inherited the throne after the death of his father and ruled from Edoras, inside the Golden Hall of Meduseld. For many years, he was a just king, faithful to the ancient oath between Rohan and Gondor. But his life was marked by grief. His wife, Elfhild, died giving birth to their only son, Theodred. From that day, Théoden carried a wound that never fully healed. He raised Theodred as his heir, and he also became like a father to his sister's children, Eomer and Eowyn, after they lost their own parents. To his people, Théoden was not only a king, but the heart of the royal house. Yet as the years passed, darkness began to gather around Rohan. Saruman, once believed to be wise and noble, turned against the free peoples and began preparing war from Isengard. Through Grima Wormtongue, his servant and spy, Saruman slowly poisoned the court of Rohan. Grima whispered fear, weakness, and doubt into Théoden's mind, isolating him from his loyal captains and turning him against those who wished to defend the kingdom. Théoden grew old before his time. He sat bent and weary upon his throne, while his land suffered raids, betrayal, and war. His son Theodred was killed in battle at the fords of Isen, and Rohan seemed close to ruin. But hope returned when Gandalf came to Edoras. In the Golden Hall, Gandalf broke the power of Saruman's lies and freed Théoden from the shadow that had weakened him. The old king rose again, no longer a broken ruler, but a lord of the Rohirrim, restored to his strength. He cast out Grima and took up his sword once more. From that moment, Théoden chose action instead of despair. He led his people to Helm's Deep, where the armies of Saruman came against Rohan with orcs, Uruk-hai, and men of Dunland. Against impossible odds, Théoden and his warriors resisted through the night behind the walls of the Hornburg. And when morning came, the riders of Rohan charged out with their king at the front, breaking the siege and surviving one of the darkest moments in their history. But Théoden's greatest hour was still to come. When Gondor called for aid, he honored the ancient oath of Eol. Though he knew the ride to Minas Tirith could lead to death, he gathered the Rohirrim and rode to war. On the Pelennor fields, at dawn, Théoden led one of the greatest cavalry charges of the Third Age. His riders descended upon the armies of Mordor like a storm of spears and thunder. For a moment, the hope of the West rode with him. Théoden fought with courage and glory, but he was struck down when his horse, Snowmane, fell upon him. There, on the battlefield before Minas Tirith, the king of Rohan died. Yet he did not die in shame, weakness, or darkness. He died as his ancestors would have wished, with his sword drawn, his people around him, and his honor restored. His final moments were not those of a broken old man, but of a king who had reclaimed his soul. Théoden's life was a story of loss, corruption, awakening, and redemption. He began as a noble king, was nearly destroyed by the lies of Saruman, and rose again to become one of the greatest heroes of the War of the Ring. His death became part of the eternal songs of Rohan, sung in the halls of Meduseld, and remembered beneath the green burial mounds of the kings. Theoden was not perfect, and that is what made him powerful. He fell into shadow, but he returned to the light. He was weakened, but he stood again. And when the final call came, he rode to war, not for glory alone, but for duty, friendship,